Hello, everybody. Oh, I thought she was going to join me, but I guess not. So, yeah, I thought I would do something a little bit different this morning. I was going to do a video on the category about rideshare driving, but with everything that's going on right now, uh, I thought I would do an energy update instead, because I'm noticing definitely some patterns out there. It was a bit of a rough night last night with going out doing my deliveries. And unfortunately, overnight or when I got home, I didn't take opportunity to just kind of clear and cleanse all that energy that I was, excuse me, running into. And I don't know if it was just messages coming through in my dreams or of course I know that we have the full moon coming up, and I know that we're in the wake of that, and of course we have the summer solstice tomorrow, and so forth. But anyway, yeah, it was like I kept having this recurring dream, and I just couldn't hit that pause button. I kept trying to hit that pause button, that stop button, and it just would not activate no matter what I did. I'm just like, "Holy cow, this needs to end." And then unfortunately, my glucometer kept going off, yelling at me, low sugar. And I mean, it was just like, what in the world? And I noticed this morning, um, like when I was watching, perfect example, when I was watching the morning message from MJ over there on Soulful Revolution TV, her YouTube channel. She was going through the same exact thing, and she's in Italy right now, attending a conference. And it was just like, well, basically what was happening last night, I was getting triggered by the most off the wall things. And I'm just and I'm doing everything I possibly can to stay grounded and cleared and cleansed and so forth. And it was just like, what in the world is going on? And especially after having that dream that I had, I thought maybe I had acquired some energy somewhere where maybe was, with where I was dropping off or something, because it was basically like it was, I'm not gonna say like, but it was an abusive situation that I found myself in with this dream. And I'm just like, and what was bad, it was like I was dreaming I was in a relationship, an abusive relationship, but then I have these people who are supposed to be my friends who are abusing me to get out of the abusive situation. I'm like, what in the world? So yeah, I thought, well, maybe, with one of my deliveries, maybe I happened upon an energetic situation that was an abusive situation, and it was coming through in my dream or something. So, because I know I am an empath, and I do get that, all that energy in me and so forth. And I was just like, and like I said, when I got home, I ate dinner, of course I took my insulins, ate dinner, and I pretty much went right straight to bed. And I didn't, do any cleansing work, and or I've been trying to, read that book on Don Yoga and so forth. So I was just like, shoot, maybe I picked up something and I didn't cleanse it out and so forth. But then, like I said too, last night I kept getting triggered right and left over the craziest things, and it's like, what in the world's going on? So, but knowing, especially after seeing MJ's reading this morning, and unfortunately the other person I follow, actually over on Facebook, Devers Enchantments, I didn't see where she had done a reading this morning. A lot of posts, but definitely, unless I missed it, which is very possible, but I didn't see where she had done a reading. But after seeing MJ's post this morning, I'm like, yeah, there's some sort of energy that's going around out there. And I did see this morning, that this summer solstice is supposed to be it's supposed to be affecting Stonehenge somehow. I have no idea. I know that there was some vandalism there at Stonehenge, where people were arrested. But I guess according to what I was reading, it was supposed to be the first time this is happening in like 18 years or something. I don't even remember what it was. That's supposed to be happening. There goes my glucometer again, yelling at me, low sugar. I did have to eat some glucose tabs, but yeah, okay, whatever. Um, but anyway, yeah, I guess too that because of this situation with this, oh, that's what it was. Now I remember. It's supposed to be the earliest summer solstice that's happened in the last 18 years, and it's supposed to be making the moon appear uh, lower in the sky because of it. And I have noticed that the moon has been, even though we've had some cloud coverage here, I have noticed that the moon has been kind of eerie with how it's been rising. And yeah, and then of course, the day after the summer solstice, we're supposed to be having that full moon in Capricorn. So, and there has been a lot of energy coming out with the readings with regards to this full moon that's coming up, and it's, of course, it's going all the way back to the new moon that happened in Capricorn 6 months ago. So we're definitely experiencing a lot of energy. So if you yourself are having some off the wall crud happening, that could be the reason why. Okay. I was gonna go through my morning ritual with my morning grounding session, yoga, and going for my walk. But I'm like, no, especially with the low sugars that I'm having and so forth. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna take it easy. And I would, just before I turned the camera on, I was here with Possum, and which I didn't mind, not just because, of course, I get to cuddle with my baby, not just because of that, but also I know, from what I've read with cats, especially with their purring and everything, they also do a lot of cleansing work for us as well. But no, I was just kind of laying here with her. She wasn't doing any purring or whatever, but she was just kind of here cuddling and so forth. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to, everything that was going through my mind that has happened over the last, I guess, 12 hours or so. And yes, if you watched yesterday's video about trust and everything, and I had mentioned about the freeway being shut down. Yes, it was still shut down even late last night. At least the one lane was, and they were still investigating and so forth. So, and with seeing that, I was just like, yeah, the only way that somebody would have been able to uh, accomplish that, was to have at least one person in the bed of a pickup truck and somebody driving down and toss. And I couldn't help but think about, the situation that's been going on with Lake Mead, which is our water supply. The water levels dropping. We're basically in a drought situation, and because of it, all of the human remains that have been coming up, even some of them that are mob related, and so from. And I couldn't help but think, oh well, maybe this is a new way people are disposing. I know. This is what I mean. This is what's been going through my brain since last night, and I'm like, where in the world? I realize I have a sick, twisted sense of humor, but wow, okay. So yeah, this is what I mean. The sort of thoughts that are going through my brain. And if you're finding yourself in the same situation, it could be what's going on, celestially. So yeah. I'm like, yeah, I just decided, okay, I have my baby here. We're just going to cuddle and I'm just going to do some cleansing work and relaxing work right here, just in bed, and just cleanse myself out that way. And just kind of take it a little easy. I do need to run down to the store, grab a couple of things, and come home, and I will go ahead and eat some breakfast and then maybe try and get out a little bit earlier with work so I can end a little bit earlier only because of that reason. So yeah, anyway, what I would reason why I'm doing this, finally getting to the point and everything, with all the background and so forth, with what I've been going through, in hopes that maybe if it's something that's resonating with you, maybe, it might be, something that could be that you can do as well. Maybe take yourself and step yourself out of your norm. Okay, get out of that pattern. And that's what basically what MJ was talking about. And recognizing patterns and putting an end to them. You know, um and in many ways that's what I felt like that I was been going through, is it's just like, where's all of a sudden all these patterns are surfacing, but that's the whole point, having them surface, because you've done your work, you've done your shadow work, you've done your inner work, and so on and so forth. Okay. Or maybe you're in the process of that and you're seeing everything popping up. You know it, you recognize it. It's to show you that you are able to see it right away. Okay. And how are you going to react to it now? Now that you have done your shadow work, you're doing your healing work, and so on and so forth, how are you going to react to it now? Even though it might be, you might be having a ton of them coming at you all at the same time. Wow. Uh, how are you going to react to them now? And that's how I'm viewing it. Okay. So it could be a good idea, instead of sticking with your normal pattern, even though it might be something that's positive, like myself with the morning grounding session, the yoga, and the walks. Maybe it could be a good idea to do something a little bit different. Try something else. I know I got something in my eye. Try something that's a little bit different. Okay. And that's what I'm doing this morning, with deciding, okay, you know what? I'm just going to chill, take it, and just right here in bed. I know it's really bugging me. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, I think I got it finally. Just chill right here in bed. Okay. Even with my morning message, or with my message for you guys, just do it right here in bed. Ground, cleanse, clear. Okay. Connect, with that grounding energy, connecting, with the crystals and the terrestrial layers, and so on and so forth, with that grounding meditation that I introduced to you all about 2-3 weeks ago, something like that. I can't even remember at this point. So yeah, just doing that, chilling out, and so forth, and reflecting, doing some reflective work, and so forth. If that's something that you would, and of course, doing my gratitudes, thinking about what I am actually grateful for, what I'm actually appreciative for, and so forth. Even if it's something small. I woke up this morning. Yeah, I it was a crazy night, especially with the dream state and so forth, and of course my glucometer going off and everything. But still, yet I woke up this morning, and I'm grateful that I woke up this morning, had the opportunity to be able to do this reflection work, to do the grounding work, to do the cleansing work, having the being grateful of having that opportunity, and to be able to have that fresh new start. Even just those little itty bitty things, thinking, it just helps to put you more into that positive mindset, so that way you can cleanse, so that way you can heal from whatever it is that has just happened with you. Okay, stepping yourself out of that norm that you would normally do and so forth, and trying something else differently, it could help with making a world of difference in your situation. And I know it's back again. There must be a little hair or something that keeps floating around or something. So anyway, try doing something like that, especially if we're going to be affected by this crazy energy that's going to be happening. And of course, that full moon is going to be happening on Friday. Yep, just in time for the weekend. Yay. Okay, giving yourself that opportunity to, okay, we know what's going on. All right, how are we going to react to this? All right, and taking that opportunity with this Capricorn energy, especially since the full, I mean, not the full moon, but basically the waxing moon just entered into Sag. And of course, Sag being fire, fire sign and so forth. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of passion out there. Um, and take advantage of that Sag energy, that hopeful energy, and everything. That Archangel Michael guidance and so forth. Take advantage of all of that, and give yourself that opportunity to do, because of course, Sag energy, with it being an air sign, air energy, being fast moving energy. Yeah, it's like, what the heck just happened here? It's like whiplash. And of course, it's happening in Gemini time, and of course, we're going to be moving into Cancer also here shortly, and within the next few days and so forth. So yeah, emotions are going to be flying, and so everything is happening all at the same time, hitting us. It's like, once you start thinking about it, it's like, wow, no wonder. Okay, so you could take this opportunity to reflect on all of this, and help cleanse yourself and get yourself grounded, and so on and so forth. So in that way, when it happens again, because because with the full moon energy, it's like 3 days in, 3 days out with that energy. Okay, gives yourself an opportunity to realize what's happening and so forth. And okay, when it happens again, because it will happen, especially as we get closer to that full moon, bam. Yeah. And I think that's here. I did look it up as far as when the full moon is supposed to be happening. I think it's like 6. I know it's just after 6 o'clock in the evening, Pacific time on Friday, when the full moon is supposed to be at its apex, when it's actually supposed to happen. So yeah, um, we got some time. Okay. So start getting into that practice now, and so that way, when things actually do happen, you can recognize it, and turn that switch on to automatically go into that meditation mode, and to clear and cleanse. Even if you're somebody like me who has to like be out on the road, has to be in some sort of work situation, and you can't just walk away and go to a bathroom or something like that to help yourself clear and cleanse. At least you can flip that switch automatically in your brain and be like, okay, this is happening. Bam. All right, let me just do a quick to do a quick pause, and then it can make a world of difference. Okay. All right. Let's see if I can talk about ride sharing. I know I've been wanting to do that video for a while about what it is that you need to do to go through the approval process and so forth, for a little bit. That was something else that was on my brain last night, but I just haven't gotten around to being able to do that just yet. But I will. You know what? I'm in no rush, unless you all are. If you are in a rush to start doing it, then just download the apps and start following everything. But if you are a little hesitant and wants a little extra guidance and so forth, just stay tuned. Okay, I promise. I'll see about doing that. Let's hope. Fingers crossed. Maybe tomorrow. Just in time for the summer solstice, new beginning. Let's shoot for that. Think positive. and let's shoot for that. Okay? All right. In the meantime, yeah, I apologize for looking like a hag and so forth, but you know what? If you all know me, you know, I really don't give a shit. If I did, I wouldn't look the way I do for my videos most of the time anyway. So, anyway, no makeup, hair all frazzled, full ball of wax, you know what? I don't care. Actually, I just recently have been being thrown these videos, suggestions up on YouTube about Sigma females. You know, I've never heard of that before. I've heard of, you know, like alpha males and alpha females, and you know, and betas and so on and so forth. But I had never heard of a Sigma. So, and then all of a sudden, just those videos are just being thrown at me right and left, and they've been quite interesting. I'm like, oh, that explains a few things about myself. Thank you, Spirit, for those messages. Check them out, okay? All right, and it basically talks about what a Sigma female is, what sort of men that she's drawn to, and so it's been quite enlightening. Yeah, quite enlightening. So, all right, I love you all. I will talk at you soon. All right. Mwah.